Good morning. This is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and today is Tuesday, June the 29th, right? Or was yesterday the 29th? Is this the 30th? This is Tuesday, June the 30th. Oh my goodness. Another day passed right before my eyes. Good morning, world. Good morning, Phibbsville. I'm up and at 'em, and I'm ready to do some art. I'm going to work in my art calendar first. I spent all of Sunday evening doing a July calendar. Mary's going to have some coffee. I made some coffee. Maybe I should drink some of this. Wake the old brain up. Wake the brain. Hi, Lala Gamma. Hi, Nashua. Good morning. Hi, Tammy. Good morning. Good morning. How did a day pass right before my eyes? I must have been kind of tired. Last page in my... before I flip it tomorrow morning. No, I'm going to do July 1st before I flip it. So, this is the journal that we made for July. And I'm going to work in this. I'm going to work in it. Yeah. It's just signatures here. Made this Sunday evening. So that was fun to do. Hi, Lala. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I'm going to work in this little calendar. This is a calendar that I got on a 350-mile, I never did that far though, garage sale. I don't know if they're going to have that this year. It's called the Nebraska Junk Jaunt. And it's a 1994 Pioneer Seed growing season calendar. I figure as long as I'm in Nebraska, I might as well do it. A daily harvest of rural wisdom. Hi, Deborah. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday. Growing seasons, a daily harvest of rural wisdom. Today's harvest is an optimist sees opportunity in every calamity. Every calamity has an opportunity. I have this stamp that came inside of this stamp, just a paper thing, and I stamped it off. Looks like a hydrangea stamp. And let's fussy cut that out and put it here. But before I do, so I hope you all had a really good weekend and Monday, beginning of the week. I got a lot of rest. That's what I seem to be doing lately, is just resting a lot. Just resting a lot. Everybody's out there saying good morning. You like the calendar? Thank you, Lala. It's fun to work in it. I have to say, I was just going to cut out the little quotes. But I thought, no, I'm just going to work in it. We'll just put my page scraps and things like that I have sitting around in it. So that's what I'm doing. just kind of fussy cutting this out. Little hydrangea plant that I stamped on there. Testing my stamp. Yeah, I didn't get much done this weekend. Well, we can throw that away, I think. An optimist sees an opportunity in every calamity. And yep. What I did with my palette knife, I guess I'll put this on with glue. Early birds, I call you guys my early birds. The early bird gets the worm. That's an old saying. So if you're after worms, oh. Put it down like that, I guess. No. And I guess I'll just use my finger this morning to spread that glue out with. And we'll put it on just like that. So this is the last week in June. The last week in June. I've got some scrap paper here. I've got a Crayola. Yeah. An optimist sees an opportunity in every table scrap. Let's go back one. The middle of the road is where the white line is, and that's the worst place to drive. I don't know. Sometimes I like the middle of the road. Sometimes I like the middle of the road. I have this tape that I did Friday night. Let's use that. Doing the carpet tape thing here. I need my palette knife. If I don't put those things away, they disappear on me. I didn't put it in the... What? I don't know what happened to my palette knife. It'll show up someplace. Let's see if I can get it off with my fingernails here. I might need a pin from Penelope. Penelope, I need a pin. So this week is just for me going to be more of the same. I don't have any big plans. I'd like to get to town maybe Wednesday. There we go. let's put it like, oops. And I have to tell you, once that carpet tape hits the surface, it's there. It is there. Let's just, can I bend it over? No, I want to cut it off. It can, that carpet tape can really gum up your scissors. I guess I'll put it folded over. That might be the best thing to do. And I've got some scrap here. Let's use this. Deborah, I have your fan going. I thank you for that fan. It sure comes in handy, and I think it's going to get hot again this week. And let's see, what else do I have out on my desk here? I pretty well cleaned off my desk. I have some text here. And I don't know, that's just crap. Let's see what I have. I've been putting all my little scraps away and little doodads away. Maybe my Crayola could go on here. My Crayola line. The middle of the road. We need a road. We need a road. Mary, I need a road. Alright, alright. I should have made a road out of that. Maybe I still can. Maybe I still can't make a road here. We'll just use that on this over here. This might be a circle rather than a straight line. I'm going to do a circle there. To be of use in this world is the only way to be happy, I guess. Alright. Let's make a road. And to do that, I need my white out pen. Hi, Ginger. Hi, Deborah. Good morning, ladies. She says, thank you, Lala. I'm watching from a warm Epsom salts bath. Ooh, that feels good. That sounds good, I mean. That sounds like it feels good. Positive healing energy, Ginger. Ginger says it's 4 a.m., no sleep. Dealing with a strained chest muscle. Oh my goodness, Ginger. You be careful there. Let's put some white lines on this if I can. Middle of the road. That's representing a road. But now we need something more. Now we need something more like trees or... Wrong cap. Yeah. I guess I'll find it when I find it. There it is. Lala says, it sounds great. I miss tub baths. I have a water allergy. Let's see, what can I put in there? Ooh, somebody sent me a avian flasher. Ooh, that could go on something. What else is in here? I think these are from, are these from Arlene? These are Happy Meals. I'm just looking for something to put on here. Oh, let's just pull it all out, Mary. Let's just pull it all out. Got some little recipe cards. Recipe 4 from the kitchen of. These are kind of cool. The knit one, I got some tickets. Here, a butterfly. Butterfly will go on here pretty good. Let's put that butterfly on. Now we're having a glue gun, a glue issue today. Come on, it was coming out. So, July 1st starts tomorrow. It's hard to believe it's going to be July. Hard to believe. There's a circle. And another one. Postage stamp. I'm just looking to see what I can put on here. How about putting this little, let's put this little guy on here. The middle of the road where the white line is. That's the worst place to be. Let's put him right there. I don't like that sticking on my, I wonder if I can get that off. Nothing like cutting it after I've already put it down. There we go. Yeah. Did I say good morning to you, Deborah? Thank you, Lala. Let's see. I want to see a side view of that calendar. Oh, here it is. I got one of my bead dolls hanging off of it. And what else do I have? I've got just a dangly made on a little piece of cardboard. I got some Crayola, just Crayola dangles here. Crayola and tea and a postage stamp. A snowflake, Crayola thing. This is just a sticker. It says, my favorite pastime has got a cupcake on it. And this is some more little crafty chick. Let's hold it up closer so you can see it. Hold on a minute. So there's an ATC sticking out over here and a tag sticking out. Some tassels. Just different things dangling out. Just different little things. Wait till I go back, because when I go back I'll be doing more. I was going to put that little man on there. Hold the phone. I know I'm kind of far away from you guys, but I'm going to be working on something here in a minute, and I zooming in and out, I have to jump up and down, so let's put this little guy over here in the middle of the road. There. And let's give him some blue sky. Okay. And I don't think I have his head glued down here too well. There we go. All right. I'm kind of going back because over the weekend I don't get many pages done. That one's done. It's a good plan to let everyone air his views. But for some viewers, airing is not enough. Fumigation would be better. Now let's do the ticket. They probably think of that about me. Sometimes I have to air my views. I might do that a little too much sometimes, but well, let's put this on there. That was from one of those envelopes that I made, the inner lining sheet. I'm getting ready to mail those envelopes yet. And it's almost ready. I'm going to work on those this morning. I'm going to make the inner part to stuff it with, so it won't. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. This has to be torn just a little here. Let my barn show. Move this over a little more. And let's do that blue again. Go. What's this? Some flowers. Let's take these flowers and wrap around. Put another flower, another dangly on the side with these little artificial flowers. We'll do that. Let's kind of wire them on there if I can. Come on. Get in there. Really need my tweezers. There we go. We'll just let them hang out. Oh dear. Augment. Students often augment their allowance with the income from a job. To add, to increase, or to supplement. I think that was in Happy Mail. Let's see what else I have here. Looks like a little window of some sort. A little house. I can't see what that is. Shall we put the key on here? Let's put the key. Let's do the key. Put it just like so. And of course we need more. Here's a sticker. It's kind of a winter cottage. We'll save that one. And they called it Neverland. Yeah. There's the bird. Taj Mahal. Some flowers. Some more keys. That's pretty. Get too much on there. I think I'll just flip it. I'm done with that. All right, I think I got these done. Hi, Azure. Good morning. Hi, Christy. Good morning. We need more on this page. To be of use in this world is the only way to be happy. Oh, I don't know about that. I could be happy without being of use. I guess what they're saying is you get happy when you're useful. Brings a little happiness into your life. I'm happy just sitting around reading a book or resting, taking it easy. That makes me happy. They're just trying to encourage you to be useful. They're trying to encourage you to be useful. I'll put some of this stuff back. Got an address here that this might work on there. Recipe cards. Oh, this was a little note paper that I started doing a live list on and decided I didn't use it. So let's tear the flowers off. Azure says, how are you, all you fibbers, doing this fine day? We're starting out a new fibber week, Azure. A new fibber week. I guess it's kind of a slow start to a week, but that's okay because it's the end of the month. I'm just kind of doing the tear around this flower. Let's put it over here. And we'll use this as a glue base. Oops, got a pin out of Penelope there. You know, I just like getting up and doing my art in the morning. I love just sitting here in the early morning and doing this art. It, well, it gets my day going, but it also kind of just, I get a lot done. It's a great way to start your day. Oops. Yeah. Figure out what way I want to put this. I guess I'm going to have to tear some of it off to get it to fit. There we go. Maybe like that. I don't want to cover up happy. Yeah. I'm going to have to do this in pieces. Put that there. This one coming down here. That's a little better. And this is still sticky to my fingers. Put it there. There we go. And what? Postage stamp? On there? No. Now let's do that. And let's put this, I've got some cameo here that I guess I'll use them both. Cameo pictures there. They're kind of, I guess they're made together. Oh, fussy cut of old photographs. Found relatives in here. There we go. I guess I'm happy with that. There's a house. Progress might be a circle rather than a straight line. I had some circles out here. Here's another piece of tape, washi tape. Let's put that down and let's put the circles over it. I'm just working in my calendar this morning. Working in my calendar. Ew. And then we're going to put the circles on that. I think I'll put the circle over here though. Yeah. Looks like this one came out of a calendar. Put it over here. Let's put this one here. Here, here, here. Let's just glue it on there. Oh, no, that's a face. That's one of my little, it's one of my little pocket pal faces. Let's glue her on there. I almost glued her on upside down. I could do it right there, but where am I gonna put her? Let's put her right there. And then I'm gonna take this admit one and make a little. Let's change this. Let's put her over there and put that like that. Make a little dolly out of her. We got to do more with that. Maybe I'll put my postage stamp in there somewhere. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing this morning. We're just playing. River says it's free for all, Lala. Let's see. Isn't that face fun? I'm just kind of looking through my scraps to see what I have. Let's give her some bling. Let's give this lady some bling right here. Give her a shot of bling. Right there. And guess I can start putting some of this stuff away. What else do I have down here? I have one of these playing cards. That's cool. Please call me. I'm just gluing scraps down. Actually, that might make nice hair for her, but I think I'm going to put it over here. I'm just gluing scraps down on my calendar here. Not sure exactly where I'm going with everything. Let's see, that's the 28th. I got the 29th says the middle of the road is when the white line, where the white line is, and that's the worst place to drive. I need more on the 30th. Let's put this house out here. Actually, I think I'll put it right there and let that flower. No. I need more out here. What do I want? It's kind of a bad tally card. Somebody sent me some nice Happy Mail here. I don't know if I want to use that right now. Some Aztecs or Mayans or something there. Could do another ticket. I'm just looking for something to put on this calendar. Looks like a picture of a colonial house or something there. You know what? I think my problem is I don't like this. I'm going to take it off. That's my issue. Ew. I don't like this at all. We're going to peel the thing off. Boy, I really glued it on there. That's the problem. I don't like this. Now I'm going to peel it off. Peel the page. There. We just didn't like it. Get this off of it. Now I have to fix that. But that won't be so hard. A to-do list. Let's take some of this green paper and let's crumble it up. Hi Shelley, Brookview, welcome, welcome. Did I say hi to Tammy? Lala says river. This is my word for the day. What did River say? Good morning. I would love to get a copy of each of the calendar quotes. Yeah. I guess I could copy them all down and put them in on my community tab, or put them in Fibsville. It might take me a little bit of time, but I could work on it. Are you at Fibsville, Lala? Are you in Fibsville, or can you get to the community tab? I could do that. I put a list of all our summertime, what reminds us of summer. We had 230 of them from Friday night. Summertime activities, I guess you could say. Things that remind us of summer. Boy, I like this a lot better. I'm liking this a lot better. I'm seeing what I have here in these. Have a key. Yeah, it's too dark. Let's put some of this stuff back in here as I go. There, we'll put that on there. We'll put the postage stamp on. We'll put the $2 tag on. Throw that away. Let's put this down in here. You're in Fibsville? Oh, I could do it while I'm sitting out on the front porch. Just take it out on the front porch with me and just start making a list. And it'll give me something to do while I'm out there sitting on the front porch enjoying the day. I'll work on it. Maybe I could do it in batches. Maybe I could do it in batches. Let's put that like that. I'm going to put that postage stamp on. Let's put the postage. I'm just kind of gluing little bits on here now, kind of making a cluster on this page, a cluster of opportunity. Today is June the 30th. Do we want that $2 tag on there? I think I'll save that off. I think I'm done. We'll zoom in on it a little bit more here. Did I glue that down? Oh, let's put this flower. Let's put, I think this is a sticker. So this could go on the little girl. Where did we put the little girl? Let's give her a flower over here. There we go. Give her a flower on her hat. Alrighty. Got little bits and pieces here that can be tossed. Yeah. And these can go back in here. Alrighty then. I'm pretty happy with that. We could give her a piece of lace. I cut this lace off for clusters, I think. And I put the package some place and forgot where I put the package, and I found it the other day. We got some lace. Let's give her a lace. Let's give her a lace piece down here somewhere. Where though? Yeah, it's not working for me. There? That works. Let's glue that on. Put my envelope back in here. These are all little scrappies. I was 4 or 5 pages behind. So I caught up on all my days this morning. I feel like, all right, let's start this week now. So another piece of washi tape with something or other on it. And let's fold this up and put it in there. I have bags of scraps, believe me. I got enough to do 20 calendars. All right. Now I think I'll just take a little of this gold and kind of put it around the, whoops, I'm getting my, that's not dry yet. Just colored around the edges here. There we go. All right. So I'll show this a little closer up. What we've done here. We've started out on the 26th. It's a good plan to let everyone air his views. But for some views, airing's not enough. Fumigation would be better. That's when you get into a conflict. To be of use in this world is the only way to be happy. Progress might be a circle rather than a straight line. And this lace is actually glued down here on the bottom, and then it kind of folds up. I like this page. And then the middle of the road is there where the white line is, and that's the worst place to drive. And an optimist sees an opportunity in every calamity. That's today's. And what I usually do is take this and put the ink pads in the bottom of it like that, and that helps let it stand up. And you guys aren't going to see it while it's standing over here. There we go. So, she said, one of the things I want to do this morning, well, let's do this first. See, I did this Aleene's piece the other morning. Let's put the cap back on my glue stick. And let's put the glue away here so I'll have it. Put this away, put my scissors away. Got ink pens out. All right. Thank you, Lala. I like that. I like that. Are you talking about the little lady over here? She is cute, the progress one. Let's see who else I'm missing saying good morning to. Rhonda. Good morning, Rhonda. Welcome, welcome. Lala says, this is my word for the day. A river. Let's see, what did River City say? River, may I use your fantabulous word? What did River say? Shelley's in here. Azure says, what are we making? Oh, Mary's table with plenty. Yeah, that's what it is, Azure. I missed what Deborah said. Christy MV is here. She must have retracted it. I see she retracted something. Hi, Cindy. Cindy's here. I miss saying hello to her. There she is. Cindy says, hi, Mary. Hi, Fibs. Now watching from Australia. Yay, Cindy. You got over to Australia. Yay. She says she's so very blessed. They closed the borders to our state today and are turning away returning travelers. That I already landed. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Cindy. Yay! I'm so happy that you got back to Australia. Thank you all. They're talking about the calendar. All right, we're back to the Epsom salt baths there. Whoops, I keep getting that. I hate that thing there. All right, let's see. I put a red vehicle here. Let's just cut it off there. Let's get these fantabulous scissors out, and let's cut this right down the side here. And I think I'm going to put this kitty cat, let's do that right now, in my, get it out, in my journal here. Because I was experimenting, and I've got other kitty cats. I'm going to work on Tizzy. This is Monday morning. I might not get to working on her until Tuesday. That's journaling. Here's my summertime list, and I think that's where I ended it. Let's put her over here. Oh, she will fit in there. And I think I'll save the salvage. Well, I could put the salvage there, but then that would leave an awful lot over here. She would just fit. So I'm going to trim that. How am I going to do that? I think I want to leave it though. I wonder if I can cut this fabric with the trimmer. Let's see if I can cut this fabric with my trimmer. Where do I want to cut it? On the top, I want to cut off about an inch. Let's see if that'll work. About an inch. It'll probably fray it, but I don't mind it being frayed. They're pretty good. My scissors. I'll finish it off here. Not bad for, it'll give me a guideline, but It probably should have been attached to something before I cut it down, but didn't do such a bad job. We can make tag ties or something out of that, tie it onto my calendar. All right, now on this side, I guess I'm going to leave the salvage. I kind of like the salvage there. So that means it needs to be about an inch from the kitty. More than an inch. Probably about to there. Probably about to there. I'm not sure that's exactly straight, but we'll see. That cut pretty good. And let's cut some off the bottom. There we go. Oh, I like that. That's going to be nice in there. Now, I'm going to put it down with wet glue or glue stick. I think I'm just going to put this down with my glue stick. Let's move you guys over here on top of everything. Let's just give this page a good licking with the glue stick. And let's just start here. Come this way. I could put this in my July journal, but I do think I want it in here because I really was kind of experimenting with this. And I'll document it as an experiment. Now let's just start putting her down here. Just maybe over a little. It's kind of hard to do a whole page at once. There we go. We got the kitty in the book. We got the kitty in the book. I feel like you guys need some adjusting here. There we go. Tea and Chat with Mary and Fantabulous Fibsville Peaks make the day a little brighter. It sure does, Lala. It sure does. And actually that trimmer did a pretty good job of cutting this. It really did. Whoops, these are all my little strings from... I'm debating whether to keep them or throw them away. These will make some nice tag ties. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. Maybe washi tape. Maybe washi tape. All right, so let's get you guys out of the way here because I'm going to get some water on this. And we're going to see if it does a nice job on this red car, red convertible, as it did on my kitty. So let's see how that works. Let's see how it works. Let's have a sip of this coffee. Hazelnut coffee this morning. All right. So I need to soak this with water. And I'm getting down to the end of this bottle, so I'm just going to pour it on. And we're going to let it soak in. So today is, today's Tuesday. Today's not Monday. I can go till 9 o'clock today, so I can work on Tizzy. I can work on Tizzy this morning. So I'm just going to sit here and play this morning. This water's kind of soaking in to the paper here. And I'm just kind of gently rubbing it. And I can see the car start to peek through. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. Kind of have to let it soak for a bit. All right. Once you get I need to scoop my chair up again. Let's see what you guys are saying. Ginger says, yes, River, came up with a perfect response to how's everybody in Fibsville. Fibtabulous. Fibtabulous. Ginger, that's cool. I'm fibtabulous this morning. Well, this might have to soak for 3 minutes. They say that you're supposed to let this soak for 3 minutes. Well, Mary doesn't have the patience. Here it comes. Here it comes. There's a red car in here someplace. I think that's the grill. Oh, there it is. Here it comes. Of course, there's the hood. I just happened to be working on the grill first. It's not rolling off as nice as the kitty did, but it could be a difference in paper. Can you guys see? Yeah, you can see. The car's starting to peek out here. Now you want to do image transfers when you can't collage very nice. Like when I was doing this the other day, I said if I was doing this in my art journal, I would just collage it down. I wouldn't bother with this. But if you're doing it on a t-shirt or pillowcase, if you want to make a pillow or some type of decorative item, three-dimensional item, a piece of wood, something like that. You would want to do an image transfer. It's nice. I do like this Aleene's. I've had pretty good luck with these two pieces. And this is, let me get it out here. Aleene's Transfer It. I got it at the only reason I'm using it is because I got it at the thrift store for 50 cents. Aleene's Transfer It. Transfer photocopies, magazine pages, art prints, ads, calendars, and greeting cards to fabric. So they made this specifically to transfer to fabrics. But I would think that you would be able to transfer it to wood, or you could put it on fabric and put the fabric on the wood. I got a little white paper in there. This one is not peeling off as nice as it did on my kitty cat. It is coming off, but it's kind of peeled off the back. No, it's a convertible. The red's kind of peeling off back here. So you got to go gentle. Whoops. Got to be gentle with it still. You can't just... But this paper is a little bit harder to transfer off. I'm pretty happy with it. All right, let's get my mess cleaned up here. It is a convertible, but the red started coming off of the back of the car here, so I need to be, you still need to be careful when you're rubbing that off. If you rub too hard, you'll rub your image off. Let's get it cleaned up a little. Take my towel and dry some of this up. I think I'm done with the water. Now, put this lid on tight or I'll be spilling the water. All right, well that was not as successful as the kitty. Let me dry it. But it still worked. I'm still happy with it. It could be the difference in inks too. But you could come in with a pen and fix those areas. I kind of like it like that, to tell you the truth. I kind of like it to stress. Depends on what you're going to use it for. If you're going to put it on a... I think there's some paper here that hasn't come up. See, the paper's still... Yeah, I still haven't got all the paper off. You need to rub gently. I might have put too much medium on this because I coated this pretty thick. I don't know if that's paper or fabric. It's hard to tell. I think that's fabric. I don't want to rub that too hard, but there's still paper on this. I might have put too much transfer medium on it. It said apply a generous coat, but it just doesn't look like that bright red that I was expecting. Let's try it. But that's okay. Yeah, I can still see there's paper. I don't have all the paper rubbed off. I think I put too much transfer medium on this. This is sort of a medium. I'm not going to work on it anymore because I'm tired of it. Let's see. Let's put it on this. Let's put it on this paper. I'm going to tear it a little. My scissors are here. Let's just make it distressed since it's distressed anyway. They're going down a rough road in their red convertible. This is not all. I think I got too much medium on it. And I think that just made the... Well, it didn't get all the paper off because I can tell when I dry it, I can still see the foggy white paper. I still see it in there too. Yeah, I'm doing it with little mouth action there. And this is all. And I can't tell whether that's, I don't think that's paper. This might be, or that might be. Or I did rub too much on that. All right. I kind of like the torn look. So let's tear here. This is just left over from that journal that I made. This was not as nice of a transfer. I'm not quite as happy with it. I think I put too much medium on it. I'm going to stop on it. And I want to tear this a little bit more even. Okay, we're going to put this on here with my glue stick. Put it down in here. And I'm going to take my journal. These were really just experiments. It's always fun to experiment with this stuff. The kitty came out good. I'm glad the kitty came out good. The car's not bad, but it's not really that great either. And then I'll, not right now, but later on today, I'll journal down here about it. I'm going to tear this a little bit more. So the trick might be finding the right image to transfer and not using so much medium that it doesn't transfer well. I don't know. I'm not sure about that, why that didn't transfer as nice, but it did get on there. Alrighty. Let's see what you guys are saying to me. Experiments with early morning Mary. Yes. Hi, Arlene. Good morning. Good morning. Ginger says she's back in bed. That bath really helped relieve the muscle pain. Oh, good, Ginger. I hope that pain goes away. She says, good night, all. Good night, Ginger. Rest well. They're saying sweetest dreams and positive healing energy. Aww. I transferred a red convertible onto a piece of cotton fabric that I just had got at the thrift store. And this is the kitty transfer that I did the other morning. The kitty turned out really nice. And I transferred it onto fabric. Now when I removed the paper off of the kitty, it just peeled right off. It just rolled right off. I had a harder time, but I did put a lot of medium on this red convertible. This is a red convertible here. And it did not, you can't see it as well. The lines aren't good in there. But there it is. What medium did I use? I used this, I got this at the thrift store. That's why I did this. I've never used this before. And I saw this at the thrift store for 50 cents. Aleenes, A-L-E-E-N-E-S, Transfer It. Transfer photocopies, magazine pages, art prints, ads, calendars, and greeting cards to fabric. Aleene's Transfer It. I don't even know if they make it anymore. But I wanted to test it just to see if, you know, who knows how old this is. There's no date on here that I see. But it's just fun to not have to pay full price to experiment with stuff. But my thought on this red convertible is I really gooped that transfer on there. And I might have put way too much on there. I don't think I put as much of the medium. It says to apply liberally, but they didn't say to goop it on there. And I was really generous with my medium over here. And I think I got too much. That's just my thought. That is my thought. Let's get my... So, I think what I'll do here is maybe just bring it out a little with my pen. Maybe just draw around the outline of the car so you can... Now see, the windshield starts up here. It's a convertible, and the windshield kind of comes there. And then the grill's over this way. Maybe if I just kind of bring out the details here with my ink pen. And then there's a figure, a lady here. And then it loses it in the back here. And then there's tires coming down this way. And a tire coming this way. That kind of brings it out a little bit more with my ink pen. But it's not a really good transfer. But I don't think it's a medium. I think I got too much on it, and it could be the paper. Who knows what it is? I'm really happy with the kitty. All right, so let's move on. I wanted to do that this morning. Let's see what you guys are saying out there. Hi, Suze. Good morning, Suze. Lala, we tried to find it, but it's not made anymore. Mary, you can touch that up with ink tints. It can be used on fabric. That's a good idea, Azure. Use some ink tints on it to touch it up. I put my ink tints over in my little crafty room. I got to get things organized yet here. I'm to the point to where I kind of know where I'm going to put things now, but they still need to... well, one thing I need to do is start putting things back where they belong right after I use them, because that's good coffee. One thing I want to do this morning, let me get it out here. Let me move my... I'm going to work on Tizzy. You know, though, I don't... I'm going to start over on Tizzy. Her head's too big for this page. I love her eyes. I love where she is. But that kitty needs to be smaller for this page. So I'm going to start over on her again. We'll just keep doing her till I get her to the point where I want to send her off. I'm getting there. Hold on a minute. Everything's on top of what I want. Everything's on top of what I want. Hold the phone. Because I've been sorting. And when you sort, put stuff on top of stuff, right? I'm getting there. I've got two. I don't have the erasers in these yet. For Janet's and Mary 2's. I'm putting them this way because I've got them addressed. I've got them addressed on, well, I'll hold it like this. This one goes to Becky. This is her little eraser. It's all sealed and ready to take to the post office. And this one goes to Mina. This one's all sealed and ready to go. These two go to Janet and Mary 2, and I just need to put the erasers in there and seal them up. So on these, though, these are the envelopes that the pet portraits go in. So what I want to do, because those pet portraits are done on watercolor paper, what I'm going to do here, let me get Penelope. I'm going to have to move this calendar. I'm going to knock it off. Hold the phone. Let me move it over here behind my chair. Okay. What I want to do... Everything's stacked up around me. I have some of this. Black paper. And this is not copy paper. This is really thick paper. This is almost as thick as a thin cardboard. It's really, it is, well, it doesn't give the pound in pound weight. It gives us as 290 GSM. So whatever 290 GSM is. And what I want to do on these pet portraits, let me get them out. Let me get them out. They're here. I still have to take pictures of them. But what I want to do is cut these to fit the envelope. And I'm going to put them between two of these black pieces here. And and then I'll put, when I address the envelopes, I'll put "do not bend" on it. So I think the length will fit fine. It's the width. So let's measure here. This is, I want to get a mailing out. Now I probably will not get it done until, I probably will not get these to the post office until tomorrow. This is, well, it should be 9 inches. It's a little bit less. Could have shrunk when I painted it. It's really 8 7/8. So if I make this, cut this paper at 8 3/4, let's try that. Let's try it in here. I got 20 hands here. I mean, I need 20 hands. I got 20 things going. And I think it'll fit width-wise. So we're going to cut this at 8 3/4, I think. And let's do this one. Let's turn it this way. 8 3/4. And that just about uses up this entire piece. It's just a little strip off of there. Now, let's see how this fits in the envelope with Piper, with Arlene's Piper. And I'll probably take pictures of these. I'll probably get one of these big sheets of paper out and put down here on my desk, and I want to shoot pictures of them. I might have to touch that up a little in there. But remember, these are done with Crayola. All right, so what I want to do is I doubled it, and that made that pretty thick. I'll still put do not bend on the envelopes. And let's just test it with this envelope. Oh, I think I'm going to have to cut it down a little. Let's put one in at first, though. Maybe I'm trying to do it too much at once. No, it's going to be cut down, have to cut down just a little bit more. It's not going to fit. So I went 8 3/4. I'm going to have to go 8 1/2. And I might have to cut it lengthwise too. But 8 1/2 is not bad. Let's cut it at 8 1/2. Eight 1/2. Actually, if I do this, that should do it. A little piece off of there. And where's the other one? And make this one 8 1/2. Now, let's see how it fits in that envelope. Now, I gotta reach over here and get it again. I don't know what I did with the envelope. Put it over here. Yeah, that fits nice. And then I'll put Piper in here. Like that, and then the other piece will go on top. And that should make this thick enough that you can't bend it good, you know, when it goes through the mail. Now I might have to trim off the top of this black paper because it's not fitting down enough for me to, well, I guess it could fold. I guess it can fold. Maybe that was just my envelope. Here's this side. I like this almost. This is really the address side, but I like that side better than I do this. I might make this the address side. However, I'm not going to put all the pet portraits in these at once because I want to take pictures. So what I'm going to do here, I think I have 7 of them to send. I think I have 7 pet portraits to send. So let's cut paper this morning. Let's cut paper. Now that we know that we want it at 8 1/2, and this is really thick paper. This is not any thin stuff. This is almost like a poster board. So let's cut it at 8 1/2. Put it through the other way here. Let's get my ruler out of the way. Let's put my scissors away. We're going to cut this at, Well, I got a little something on my desk here. My pin's out of the way. All right, 8.5. Right there. So if I do this, this is really kind of boring stuff, but if I do it in front of you guys, I get it done. I've got all the addresses labeled done. They're out in the other room. So the labels, I've got them all addressed. So all I have to do is put them on. This one will be, this is Rhonda's Sophie, right? Do I remember that right? Aww. So cute. So cute. And here's, well, I'll do them one at a time. This is Rhonda Sophie. Let's get an envelope. I'm just going to put it like this. I want to make sure yeah, I guess it's fitting good in there. See, I really like this side the best. I got a little wild on this, so I think I'll make this the address part. So there's Rhonda Sophie. Now we're going to do Susan's Hills Belle. B-E-L-L-E. So I'm hoping to get these out tomorrow, and the 4 erasers. I still have the lady envelopes to get ready to send. And I want to send out some ATCs. And then I'll have some more erasers to send. But you know how that goes. Okay, here's Susan Hill's Belle. Oh, coming up. Susan's Belle. Aww. Aww. I have to tell you guys, I have been, I've been watching a lot of dog and cat. Let's see, I need 2 of these videos on YouTube, and the more you watch, the more they send you. Okay, so there's Susan's Belle, and I'm just grabbing these envelopes as they are stacked up here. Whatever I grab is what you get. And I have to take a picture on I still have to take a picture and put a picture out on Instagram of Yin Yang. This is Cheryl's Yin Yang, and Cheryl gets a journal from me too, but I'm not going to put it in this. Wait a minute, I have to get out some more paper here. A couple more sheets of paper. I think I need 4 more sheets. 1, boy, that's thick paper. 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, wait a minute here. 8.5. Right there. 1.5. You know, it takes me a while to get this stuff done, but I'm really happy when I get things like this done, because I put a lot of work into this stuff, and it shows. It shows, if I don't mind saying so myself. When you put a lot of work into it, in the end, I'm pretty happy with these. So those of you, and I still have more to do. I'm working on Tizzy right now. Karen K's Tizzy. I'm leaving the portraits out because I'm going to take pictures of them before I seal up the envelopes. And I'm going to put Happy Mail cards in there. I'm going to put Happy Mail cards in there. So there'll be a card in there for you too. Eight and a half. Eight and a half. And I don't throw this stuff away. I keep it because that'll be good to put when I do my little journal quote things on my label maker. I like to mount them on a black background. Okay, the next one is Joyce's Tinker. Isn't that cool? Yeah. I have to say, I'm really proud of these. I guess I can say I can brag about these. I'm really proud of how these are turning out. Tinker needs a little, I guess I got a little spot on that there. Aww. Aww. So here comes Joyce's Tinker. Wait a minute, did I get that cut? There we go. That black really sets them off. When you mat these, if you mat them, or if you put them on a journal page, whatever you decide to do, whoever's listening, if any of you guys are listening, you might mat them with a black background, and even maybe this, because this is a nice mat. This will make a nice mat. I'm not going to do anything to this. I'm just going to send it to you as a black mat. And next is Beth Schuler's Abby. This will go good on there. Oh, look at that. Oh. I'm almost ready to keep these for myself. But I'm not. I did these for you guys. Beth Schuler's Abby. I think this is the last envelope that I painted. It needs to be opened a little bit more here. It'll fold down like that. This one I might have to trim that black just a little. No, I guess I can make it fit. So there's Beth Schuler's Abby. And the last one will be Mary Berry Henry. Now, we've been working on these for over a month. I think I did Tinker first, didn't I? Did I date that? Let me look at Tinker here. Let me look at Tinker. See what date I have on it. May 12th. So I've been working on these a couple months. But it takes time. It takes time. You guys have been patient with me. There we go. Really just a month and a half. Not a couple months, a month and a half. May 12th is the middle of May, and this is the end of June. And here is Mary Berry's Henry. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? And that's the last one. And then I'm gonna load up those last two erasers and put Happy Mail cards in here and take pictures of them, and I think I can mail them out tomorrow. I think I can mail them out tomorrow. And I guess I'm not gonna put them in there right now. So, Henry, I got all these to deal with now. Henry, Abby, Tinker, Yin Yang, Belle, Sophie. I love Sophie. I just love Sophie. I can almost hug that picture. And Piper. So there we go. We're going to get these ready to go. And what did I do with the eraser ones? We don't want to. What happened to them? Did I pile stuff up on them already? I did. We've got a stuffed Mary 2's envelope, and I need to stuff Janet's envelope. And we've got Mina Parrish's is all sealed and ready to go, and Becky's is all ready to go. That's a lot of work. I'm going to set it over here outside of the way here. I'm going to set it over here on my stand over here. So I know where they are. Yeah, I'll be looking for them. So what am I going to do next? I'm getting stuff done. I could work on Tizzy. I'm not ready to work on her yet, though. Let's get my journal out and see what I have to, you know, I have to be keyed up and ready to do stuff. Where's my journal? I have to be in the mood. Where's my journal? Ah. I think I covered it up with this paper. Let's see. What am I going? Oh, I know what I wanted to do this morning. Yeah, we don't need the journal. We're moving on. We're moving on. I have here, and I've shown these before just recently. I have these bird postcards that just need revamped. I've revamped my revamping, and I still don't like them. But I want to use them up. I like the backs pretty good. But the birds just kind of got hidden, and so what I'm going to do, I painted out, I didn't like the background, so I painted it out. So the birds are just kind of little objects in there now. And this is for me. This goes in my art journal. So let's get some wax paper out. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. going to keep playing with them until I get them to the point where I'm happy with them. I think I got about, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one's okay. This one, the bird's kind of pretty there. Let's start out with that one. And then I've got these postcards that I am happier with. These were done in a Dirty Dozen, but I want to brighten them up just a little more. These are got a gold background, kind of a gold and rust background with black on it. But there's just, it needs a little something more on there. But I'm happier with these. So I'll be sending out some postcards in the near future. And let's zoom in just a little so you can see these a little better. Let me stand up. But before I start working, let's look at chat. Azure says, I would add pine branches on them. The birds would look nice. Well, I will kind of get some branches on there because I'm going to collage some of this Tim Holtz papers on here. So we're going to see how this works. Some floral. So they won't be pine branches, but there'll be some organic. And I'll have some words on there, and I think that'll work for me. That's where I'm going with it, Azure. But that's a good idea. Pine cones and pine branches. I don't have pine cones and pine branches. I've got flowers. So we're going with the flowers. I guess this is kind of a pine branch right here. You could call that it's really more of a fern. But I think these will work. Rhonda, she says, Mary, I'm so grateful to you for drawing Sophie. Thank you. It's just not... Well, you know what, Rhonda? You have sent me such beautiful happy mail. It's the very least that I could do. I don't even come close to doing what you guys have done for me. All of you. You know, I don't even come close to... You know, I would have to work 1,000,000 years to come close to matching... I guess you could say, if you want to match everything you guys have done for me. My goodness, if I counted up all the happy mail, I'm not going to do it here, but all the happy mail that you guys have, nice things that you guys have sent to me. Just, well, the most recent one was Lynn J. Sent me that entire packet of fat quarters of Tim Holtz fabric. My heart, you know, it's just beautiful stuff. So Lynn, if you're listening out there, Lynn she lurks as she works. This is what, Tuesday morning? She's probably working this morning, but I'll have to, next time I see her, I'll have to tell her to send, if she's got a pet that she wants me to do for her, to send it in, and we'll put her in the folder, and I'll keep working till I get these done. I think after I do Tizzy, I'm going to redo Tizzy. I think she's too big for her head's too big yet for the paper. I'm not happy with it. I'm happy with it, but it's too big for the paper. So, but after I get Tizzy done, I think I'm going to work on Lori Montana's little dog. And then I've got one to do for Sue Hennessy. She's waiting in line. Becky's waiting in line. Terry Lutz sent me in a picture, and somebody else sent me one just recently. But I'm collecting them, and we'll just work through them. You know, when I get to it, I'll do it. Nothing like a big head, Rhonda says. Well, it would look nice if it was done on a larger piece of watercolor paper. But, yeah. Hi, Terry. Yep, I got your picture, Terry, that you sent to me. All right, let's see what else. Deborah says, you have every right to be proud of your portraits. You did a really good job. Thank you, Deborah. I am proud of them. And I'm so happy. You know what? When I can do these at my own pace and do them as happy mail, I do okay. But if I say, I'm going to do this for you and you're going to pay me so much to do it for you, you know, I blow it every time. So I'm going to stick to the happy mail and at my own pace. And I'm really happy with how they turned out. And I'm happy to send them off. It's just a little way. Oh, we got Hermie. Hermie, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but obviously they're from across the water because they say good afternoon. I've been watching your videos for a while, and I have to say I'm touched by the way you work. Oh, thank you, Hermie. I really appreciate that. Thanks for your work. Lots of love from the Netherlands. Oh, thank you so much, Hermie. Pop in here. Pop here. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, Hermie. Pop in here and come join us in the mornings if you're around in the afternoon. But you know it's okay to watch the videos too. And recently, now on my last video that I did on Sunday evening, the only thing I worked on that entire evening was my July journal. So I didn't put in a chapters. But like this morning, I work on several different things during the morning. And if you start watching my replays, if you're a person who doesn't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, if you're not one of us early birds, you know, and you're watching the replays, I would really encourage you to look in my description box and look for those video chapters. It's right after my welcome. If I put in chapters, I put it right after the welcome. And then I break it down into time codes of everything that I work on. And it's much easier to, I mean, if you want to sit and listen to the whole thing, some people just like to turn on a replay and listen to it while they're cleaning or working on their projects or what. But if you're somebody who just wants to watch in little segments, and that doesn't bother me at all. You know, just say you want to see where I did a flip of my pet portraits, I'll put in the time code. You know, that's probably what I'll do this morning. But welcome, Hermie. We're glad to have you join us this morning. Cindy is here. Cindy. Arlene, post a pic on Fibsville when they are up. Would love to see. Deborah says she loves the envelopes. Well, Lala, do you have a pet? Send it in if you have a pet. Send me a picture and we'll put it out there. I've been keeping a folder out on my drive. And as I work through them, you know, and I don't do them in order that people send them to me. I do them in order that I get inspired, you know? So you may have been sent me like, I think Sharon Marlowe sent me one, and she's waiting in line, and she's waiting patiently. Sue Hennessy, she's waiting patiently. So I do them as I get inspired. That's just the way I have to work. I apologize for not being fair about the order that I do them in, but I have to do them as I get inspired, because if I'm not inspired, then I don't do a really good job, and you guys want a good job, a better job. And I was watching Dee Dee yesterday, Dee Dee Willingham. I only got to watch just a little bit of it. She was working on that dog portrait, just blew me away. Just blew me away. But I have to say, she wasn't using crayons. She was using what? Her colored pencils, and she was drawing it, but she wasn't using crayons. I should challenge Dee Dee to a crayon melt session. Let's melt crayons, Dee Dee. Hi, Michelle. Welcome, Michelle. Hi, Kangaroo Babe. And there's Mina. Hi, Mina. Jelly and ice cream? What's for dessert? Jelly and ice cream. Kanga says, I can spend the evening with you ladies until Dad wants his dessert. Suze is here. Hi, Suze. Who belongs to that baby? I'm not sure which baby you're talking about. Something she can't find. Mary, you can touch up with ink tints. Okay, I'm back to the convertible thing. You cannot rush inspiration. That's so true. And Lala, if you have a pet, send it in. Tammy, I don't know if we're connected on, here, let me put in my email address here. You can either put it in email, or if we're connected on Messenger. I don't know if we're connected on Messenger. The gals have been sending it both ways. Let me put in my email address. Make sure I've got it right here. There's my email address. Send them in and I'll put it in the folder, and as I get inspired, we'll work on it. All right, I'm inspired right now, and let's put my good scissors away here. And where am I going to put you guys? I think I'm running out of space to put stuff. I'm just going to use glue out of the glue pot, if I can get it open. And we're going to collage some of this tissue paper on these postcards. That's what I'm inspired to do. Look at, tear it. Let's tear this one here for now. Of course, it wants to tear in places where I don't want it to. I want this over in here, like that maybe, and then I'll put maybe that fern coming this way. What if I want to, or I could even have this over here, like that. I think I'll collage this down and tear around it. Let's tear this a little bit more. And what are you guys seeing? Are you seeing it good? Yeah, I guess you are. So we're going to do some collaging, and I'm looking for my paper towels. Where did I throw them? I thought I had them out. Did they fall behind? Oh, never mind. Where did I put them? I had another big roll of them out. I thought I had a big roll of them out here. Let's put stuff on top of them. Here it is. Oh, things are falling. Things are falling. Crap the lunch. But I found my paper towels. Now my chairs. I'm going to look in the used furniture stores for one of those bar stools that swivel and have wheels on them. I think I got that. I did get a chair, but it's no better than the one that I'm using. But don't tell my brother that, because I paid $75 or $100 for the thing. Can't remember. I went to a furniture store. And it squeaks just as bad as this one. Just can't win some days. I think I'll move this over a little. I hate to tear that text completely out, but it's coming out. I want this right in here. And we want to move my postcards over, get these black. Yeah, give me room to work, Mary. All right, we're going to use one of these big brushes that Sue sent me to glue with. And yeah, it's still got red paint on it from, let's wash it off. red paint from doing this inside of that July journal. And I didn't like my red paint, so I painted over it with gold. Gold fixes everything, in case you guys have forgotten. Gold fixes everything. I think that's good enough. If it gets a little red on there, I'm not going to cry about it. But that means I need a paper towel out again. Yeah, I think if I put these flowers on here, it will. So let's start doing that. Let's see. I'm about at the point to where I'm going to need more glue in my glue pot, but I'm going to glue a new napkin on that jar. Yeah, maybe right about in. And I like that. Let's get my old scissors out. That's cutting right into the bird. There's nothing like trimming it after you've collaged it down. There we go. That's a little better. What are you guys seeing? I don't want to get completely out of frame. Maybe I should zoom out a little. Should I zoom out just a little? Am I in too much that when I work? Yeah, I think I am. Let me zoom out just a teeny bit. There, I think that's better. So that when I start moving my stuff around, I don't get out of frame. And that way I still have the yellow in the background, but I have this botanical on there. They're not pine. That's the closest to pine that I can get today, is organic flowers. Now, let's take a bit of this, if I can tear it off. Maybe this one over here, I think. Let's just see how this tears. I'm much happier with them. They've been sitting here. You know, sometimes when you work on something and you're not happy with it, if you just sit it aside, even if it's for weeks, you'll figure it out eventually. You'll figure it out eventually. Now, let's see. I want to do maybe this over here, but I gotta be careful. I don't want to cover up my bird. So right in there. Yeah. And I will send these out eventually in the next month or so. They'll go out. I will send them. It just takes me time. Oops, I don't think I want it that much over the bird. I caught it before I got it. I want my bird to show. I want my flower to show. So let's move it a little more like that. Oops. Yeah, pretty happy with that. I think what I'm going to do is just leave that there for a moment and dry it. So it'll be easier to tear. We've got 11 of these to do. Oops. It's sticking on my thumb. It's sticking on my thumb here. Oh, I like that a lot better. This was the answer. All right, now I can tear this off. Might have to collage that down a little bit better. And you save that. Now let's put a little more. We want that. And then that's the back. And this needs to be trimmed a little over here. See if that one thing you got. Yep, I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Now, I'm not quite done with it yet, though. Let me turn my chair around and get up and walk over here to wherever I put them. I've got some ink. I've got some inks. About this fern green. And blue. Let's try these. Let's try these around the edge. Let's try the green. Fern green. We're just going to lightly go around the edge here. That's on the finger, not the card. This needs to be. And this is archival ink, so I feel like it will not, if it gets wet, it won't run. These colors don't run. There, I think I'm going to call that done. I'm much, much, much happier with that. Don't you think? So let's go to the next one. I might put it over here. I might get those sent out in July. This one, the birds, see, the birds are just little objects in here. And I'm sure that's a bird. It looks more like a tree branch. But once I get this flower on here, let's pick some flowers and leaves. Once I get these on here, pop out. Let's tear. here maybe. And I'm thinking this needs to maybe come over in here and maybe that flower down a little. And I might just cover this up. I don't think that's a bird. I think that's just part of a tree branch. It should have probably been painted over. I'm not happy with that, so we may put a big flower over it. But let's start out doing tearing this way. And if I put that bird over it, then I'll put the leaf over the bird. I mean, put that big flower over. I could put this one over it. That might work better. And how far out do I want to come? Now let's tear this off. Tim Holtz tissue paper. I got it on sale when they had a Tim Holtz Hobby Lobby sale. I haven't been to Hobby Lobby for months. Since mid-March. And June is about over with. See, I'm going to put that flower down in there. And this, what did I do with the leaf? This leaf is coming over in here, like that. But before I put that leaf down, I think I'm going to put this flower over that spot, right in there. And that leaf will come over it, I think. Could put these on there, like that. That would look nice. Just like that. And then have this flower coming over here. Yep, or you can even have both of them coming over there somehow. No, I like it better like that. And the bird will just be peeking out. So let's just collage this down just like that. And then I'll tear off the edges. We're dressing up these failed postcards. If you have a fail, just paint it out and keep working over it. Just keep working with it. It will eventually work out. Mary says. Yeah, Mary, sure, It seems like it. And let's put it on just like that. And maybe I'll collage on top of it. Now I'm just using Elmer's glue here. I'm not using anything real expensive. I like that. Now this flower is going to come in here. Maybe something like that. And the bird is there. He's peeking out. I might have to kind of bring him out just a little because that paint gets a little, covers him up just a little, but you know, not all birds, some birds just hide in the trees, don't they? Now I'm going to dry that so I can tear it better. Heat gun alert. And I should probably check my camera to see if I've got good time going here. Let me check my camera. Hi, Carla. Good morning. Good morning. Yep, I got 100%. Hi, Michelle. Good morning, Michelle. Hi, Violet. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, good morning. Violet, do you have a pet? Do you have a pet? If you have a pet or had a pet that you have a picture of, send it in. Send it to me. I'll put it on my to-do list. I'll put it on my to-do list. And while everybody's in here, I want to say that on July 10th, on my regular Friday night stream, we're going to start it a little early. We're going to start it at 6 o'clock, and we're going to do a live stream hop. And we're going to, there's 7 of us in the hop. And we're going to hop from one, I'm going to start it off at 6 p.m. Central, and we're going to make a little journal, a little simple, we're calling it a simple summer journal. And we got a supply list. We'll be posting it and we'll be announcing it more. But if you hop with us, starting with me, and then after me, Crafty Mamas is going to come on. And if you do every step, and each one of us is going to stream for 45 minutes. So it'll be most of the evening. But at the end of the evening, you should have a little art journal, a little summer art journal. And let me tell you, I saw some of the things these gals are doing. And if you follow along, you won't be unhappy with the result. Each one of us is doing a step of the journal. And Sharon Marlowe is ending it off. And she's going to have us, have each one of us, she's got StreamYard, so she's going to invite us to show off our journals that we made during our stream. Specifically, those of us who are hosting, but also anybody else who uses StreamYard who wants to come on, she will probably say, come show us what you did. Come show us what you made. And it's just a little simple journal. It's not meant to be a big, you know, a big to-do journal. And I already know what I'm going to do in mine after I have it done, but I'm not going to tell you till July 10th. So that's July 10th, starting at 6 p.m. on my channel, and then we'll have a hop we'll have in our description box who's next, and, you know, so you'll be able to follow us. But there's 7 of us in the hop, and each one of us is we're allowing 45 minutes for each step, so there'll be enough time to get something done. And we're not planning anything so complicated that you can't do it during that 45 minutes. At least I know I'm not. And I don't think any of the other gals are. It'll be easy to complete if you work along with us. It's kind of like a work-along session. And we'll be posting a supply list so you can have things ready if you want to do this. You can have them at the ready. I think it's a little sticky. I'm going to dry it down. And if you watched Friday night, my stream, oh, you guys, let me tell you, we did a summertime list of things that remind us of summer. I put it out on my community tab, and I also put it in Phibbsville. We come up, and there were probably more than 230. I wrote down 230 of the things that you guys came up with, things that remind us of summer. How fun that list was. And I kept saying, let's just do summer every year. And I might use that for the title of my journal. Let's do summer every year. I don't know. I'm just talking. And I'll probably do a little announcement video, and we'll get it announced in Bibbsville and on our channels and in our other groups. And if this works out, we're going to be doing, every month we'll be doing something. It probably will not be all journals. We'll probably be doing other projects where we hop along and do some work-alongs. Wouldn't that be fun? There's a lot going on in the internet, but Friday night is my usual stream. So those of you who come and watch me on Friday nights, we're just going to be doing something a little bit different once every month. I want something right up in there, something peeking down that will not cover up the bird's head. Maybe one of these little berry clusters. And I'll probably keep going, depending on how tired I get. I'll probably keep going, and you know, I like to work late into the night sometimes. But sometimes I get tired, and other times I get to working so much I forget what time it is, and all of a sudden I look up and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Good night, Mary. And if you're in the room when I'm doing that, it does not offend me if you need to stop and go to bed. You know how it is when you're working on stuff sometimes, when you're working on your projects and you're all keyed up and you're inspired, you just lose track of time, and that happens to me. That happens to me a lot. What was I doing Friday night that I was working on? I forget. Oh, no, it was Sunday night. I was working on that journal. I'm gonna dry that. And I need maybe just the rest of this one. I need something peeking out right in here. Maybe, whoops, what did I do with it? That fits in there. Up a little. The other way? Yeah. And it's not a hard journal to make. Most of the things on our supply list, you have, those of you who do art, a lot of art, have it with you. I mean, scissors and stuff like that. Now I'm going to take my pen. Here. Not that one. So I'm going to bring this bird out a little. Just kind of make him show up a little bit better here. Yeah, maybe I do want this one. For that, And then this tail needs to show up a little better. I think I'll leave them alone from this point. I have to tell you, sometimes the caps don't fit on these pens too well. Maybe it's this one. That one fits better, but this isn't fit. Maybe I just had it wrong. Yeah, he's criticizing. I like those Pen Plus gears though. They're a good pen for the value. All right, I'm going to put blue on this one instead of green. Here's the back of it. I'm really happy. I got some postcard stamps that I can put on, the stamps that say postcard. I'll get that out and stamp them on the back. And I got some butterfly cards and bee postcards that I made last year that I haven't got sent. They need to be revamped and sent too. So you guys, I made postcards and I haven't finished them up. Let's finish them up and send them out, Mary. I think I promised, what is it, Deborah Adams? I thought I promised to send her a bee or butterfly postcard, and I don't know if I ever got it done. Gosh. All right, there's 2 down. I like the blue better, I think, than the green. Green needs to be a little bit darker, I think. Let's see if I can't revamp this green a little more. I think I was too timid with it. Yeah, that's better. Now I like the green. There we go. That's much better. Loving it. Loving it. They both turned out pretty nice with those, with that tissue paper collaged on there. Okay, let's see what else I have here. I got another one. See these? These are pretty sad looking. These are pretty sad looking. Let's put some flowers on them. Let's put some, I could put that leaf right down in here, like that. Well, I don't want to cover up that bird. That flower could come right in there. Let's tear it. You know, I haven't been watching chat. Let's see what you guys are chattering about. I got something on my... Michelle says, your cards are the cards are cool. Thank you, Michelle. Hi, Lauren. Welcome, Lauren. Violet says, hi, Tammy, lurking and getting ready for work. Carla says, hello to Arlene. Lauren says, hello, everybody. Hi, Lauren. Welcome. Rhonda says, Arlene, thanks, hon. As always, you're a doll. Yes, isn't she? Terry says, this will be a weird summer with all the summer events and some of the fall events closed. It will be weird. But you know what? In a way, in a strange way, not a happy way, but in a let's make the best and learn from it way, I'm kind of glad it happened. Because I think we can learn from this. And not only us, especially here in the United States, we have it so good. We have it so good. Not all the time and not everybody, but you know, we can learn from this. And like our parents had to go through the Depression. My parents went through World War One. My brother went through the Vietnam War. My grandparents went through wars and through the Depression here in the Midwest. They had the Dust Bowl. So, life isn't supposed, well, life is supposed to be happy, but there's just things in life that we have to deal with. And in a strange way, I'm kind of glad it's happening, because just think, people like my little grandniece, when she gets our age, she can say, I remember when we had to go through the COVID-19 and I couldn't go out for 3 months. So in a strange way, not in a happy way, but in a strange way, I think there are lessons to be learned from this. So I'm tired of it like everybody else. I would like to have, I don't think we'll ever be the same normal, but that's beside the point. I'd like to be able to go to thrift stores without worrying that I'm going to give somebody a sickness, or, you know what I'm saying? Let's see, I think I'll touch up those birds before I... But in a strange way, I think we can learn from this, what we're getting hit with. And we've certainly learned to be online more, and even the businesses have accommodated. I know 10 or 20 years ago, when I was in the working world, I would have loved to have worked from home. Now these businesses are learning that people can work from home. Most people can. Not every situation works from home, but it is possible to work from home and still do a good job. And in my day, you mentioned work from home and you were laughed at, like, what do you mean, lady? Come in to work like everybody else does. But with our technology today, it's much easier. But more and more businesses are realizing that, especially office workers, they can work from home. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Most of them can. Not everybody. And not everybody wants to. Oh, Mary. Let's see. What am I doing? I'm going to go down this way, I think. Let's put this on. I think what makes me saddest about this, though, is when a family member passes away, you can't go to the funeral. I mean, well, now you probably can, but, funerals, and can't visit your family in the nursing home. That's sad. That's hard on our old folks. Older. What did they do to deserve that? What did they do? They didn't deserve to be locked up and ignored. And I know that the doctors and nurses are good to them and everything, but they need their family. Everybody needs their family. You don't stop needing your family just because you're 82. Mary's just chattering away this morning. I want to put this in here. Now I know there are better ways to tear this tissue, but this is the way I'm doing it. I know you can use a wet needle. I know that. There we go. If I get that in there without destroying my birds. I have to be up a little higher. Okay. Let's take a little of this. What time is it? 7:10. I've got plenty of time. So this is Tuesday. I think Tanya and let's see, Kathy Berg usually comes on, and Tanya and Lisa will be on one of the channels at 12 or and I think they're finishing up their fairy journal. I don't know if it's on Lisa's channel or Tanya's channel. I get lost when they switch back and forth because I'm not working with them on the fairy journal. So I get lost of where they are. But they're going to do a napkin journal in July, and I'm going to join them for that. I'm going to work with them on that. Let's see, I want to put this in here so I'll know better what times they're coming on. But they'll be on this afternoon. And then later on tonight, Beth Schuler will be on at 6:30, I think, Eastern. Is that the way I wanted to put it? I don't know. Let's put it up a little bit more like that. And let's just put that piece down in there. So there's always something to watch on YouTube. I'll tell you, we're never bored, are we? If you're bored, go find somebody to watch. There's plenty going on. There's plenty going on out there. I'll put that word there on the... on the edge. Right in here. Oops. Okay, now I'm going to give this a dry so that I can handle it better. Oh, I'm loving these postcards a lot better now. Okay, now I can lift this up and tear off the edges here. And I'll have little pieces to fill in spots on other cards. Let's go over here. Sometimes it doesn't want to tear too good. Different scissors. Okie dokie. I'm pretty happy with that. This bird needs a little more definition in here. Yeah, that's not the one I want. This one is. That one isn't it either. Where's the one I was using? This one. Leave that alone. And let's go back to the blue. And here's the back of it. It's a little sticky yet. Let's dry it a little bit more. I'm a lot happier with these. A lot happier with them. These might be all I get done this morning, but I'll have them done. That's the point. Well, I need to stamp on the back of them. I'll have to dig out my postcard stamp. I'm happy with that. Happy. We've got 3 done now. That green still isn't dark enough for me. It may never get dark enough. Let's see what you guys are saying. Aw, thank you, Lala. Hi, Journey. Welcome, Journey. Should I serve you a cup in bed, Barb? Hi, Barb. Oh, my goodness. Good morning, Barb. Fillion. Welcome, welcome. Boy, do I owe Barb Happy Mail. Barb says, yeah, Mary, it's been 2 years. I'm still waiting. I love you, Barb. Arlene is here. She says hello to Journey. Shelly's here. Lori, good morning, Lori, pink girly. Terry L says the granddaughter will be here soon. Got to go. Have a great time with your granddaughter. She's probably gone, but, you know. Lori says, good morning. If you're bored, it's your fault. Isn't that the truth? Aw, thank you, Arlene. She says the cards are turning out lovely. Carla says, but I agree. Being alone while in the hospital and fighting illness is not good. Yeah, that's true. That's the sad part. If I could change one thing, about this, well, of course, if I could change one thing, I wouldn't have it. But if we have to have it, like we have in today's world, if I could change one thing to make it better, I would make it so that we could visit people in the hospital. You know, at least, well, you can, but you just like if I wanted to go visit the lady that passed away, her mother's in the nursing home. If I want to go visit her, I can't walk in the door and walk up to her room and hug her. I can talk to her on a telephone outside her window. And I said, that makes me feel like she would feel like she's in prison, you know? And I'm sitting there going, what did they do? What did they do? And I know it's for their own safety. But if I could change one thing, if we have to have it, I would, you know, and if I could change one thing, I wouldn't have it. But if we have to have it, if I could change one thing, I would change that. I think that's, you know, but I think they're starting to have more of the funerals now, services for family, and, you know, with social distancing and that type of thing, but for a while there, they weren't even having funerals. Life can be hard. Life can be hard. Let's put this big flower on here. Let's cut it off here. It never wants to tear where you want it to tear. I've got plenty of, okay, so I want this flower to come down, way down. I'm going to tear it right around in there. But in a way, as I said, in a way, I think it's good that we as a country are going through this, or even as a culture, our entire world. It isn't just us. In a way, I think it's a good thing. That we're learning that, you know, we have to deal with things that come our way in life. We aren't here just to, I mean, well, it would be nice if we were here just to, but life just isn't always fun and games, is what I'm saying. And I think some of our young people have had it so good, not all of them, but have had it so good they don't know how to cope with hard times. I think that's what I'm saying. You got to learn how to cope with the hard times in life. Toughen you up a little. Here's Mary on her soapbox again. All right, shall I put this down first, maybe? Yes. Let's put that right in there. Tear this out just a little more. I don't mean to get on there. I'm just talking. Take what I say with a grain of salt. Alrighty. Here's the back. I love the backs on these. I think I get okay on the backs. Are you guys seeing it? Yeah. I'm just slowly working on these. These might be all I get done. Well, I did other things this morning. I stuffed those envelopes, got those envelopes almost ready to mail. I just want to take pictures of the pet portraits. I should be working on Tizzy, but I'm just not quite there this morning. And if I'm not quite there, I don't do a good job, so we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Oops. Get that off of there. A little bit more glue on here. Alright, and this, I think I wanted this to come down this. This could actually, how do I want that? Let's see if I've got another one in here that can fit over here. Let's fit this one over here. Yes, yes. That in there. And then something in there. Now I need one more thing. Maybe coming that way. here. But it'll be chopped off a little. Okay, let's give that a dry. Oh, I'm blowing my little scrappies around here. So good morning to everybody who's come in that I haven't said good morning to. When I get to working here, I don't get to watch chat as much. Let's see what's going on out there. Lala says, Lizzie Brewer said her daughter, who is a nurse, said the hospital she worked at had a second floor for quarantine. Oh, had to add a second floor? Well, I have heard that it's not because of all the testing that we're finding more cases. But I kind of question that in my own mind, because how do they know they have it unless they're ultra sick if they're not testing? And usually it's the testing that finds all these cases, and I know they're doing more testing. I have a lot of opinions on it, but I'm way out here in the middle of Nebraska. I'm not in the thick of a population centers. So we're affected by it. It's not like we're getting away scot-free. We have to be careful. And I think that's the key words. You got to be careful. Do what makes sense to you. Do the common sense thing in your world. But I think it was an Arizona mayor, a mayor of a town out, and it looks like oh no, that was just paint. I'll have to do something with that. That's not torn, that's paint. Out in Arizona, you know, they've got more cases out in the Southwest than down in Texas. But they're both not making it a law that you have to wear masks. They're saying and who was it who did they ask? Who was it that I was watching that he said, would you wear a mask? Would you wear a mask? And the answer was, well, and it was just like what I was saying the other night. If you're going to a store and you want to shop at the store, you wear a mask because they ask you to put one on. If you want to shop at that store, you know, don't fight don't fight the store owner. But you know, you just have to use your common sense. Now, if I was meeting with one of you, and if I knew you were really uncomfortable if I didn't have a mask on, do you think that I would refuse to put a mask on? No. I would do what would make you comfortable, because I would want to meet with you. If we were going to get together, and let's just pretend that we were going to get together, we're next door neighbors, and we're going to do art for an afternoon. And neither one of us are sick. Let's just pretend that neither one of us are sick, neither one of us have it, but the person that I'm meeting with says, Mary, I really wish you'd put a mask on. I'd be more comfortable. I would happily put a mask on, because it's more important for me to meet with you than to have my way about not wearing a mask, if that makes any sense. But if I go shopping in a big store where I can social distance, I don't think people are social distancing properly. A lot of those cases down in Texas, they opened up the bars. And do you think those people social distanced? If you social distance and stay away from people to where you're not going to get it, let's put it this way, the chances of you getting it are less if you practice social distancing. I'm more in favor of social distancing than I am wearing a mask if you're not sick. But on the other hand, like I said, if I was going to meet with one of you and if we were getting together and you just even mentioned that you would be more comfortable if I wore a mask, I would put on a mask just to respect you. But if you go out shopping and if you notice there are people out there not wearing masks, I wouldn't get all mad at them. Don't get mad at people who don't want to wear masks. Just stay away from them. Stay away from them. That's the best thing you can do, because getting mad at them is not going to change their attitude. It's not going to change them. And making it a law is not going to change it either. Well, it'll change it with some people. But I'm not for making it a law, especially a federal law. State law, I don't think it would ever become a law here in Nebraska. I don't think that our state would go for it. People here, you know, we're too rural. We don't need a law. What we need is common sense. Maybe some bigger cities need a law. But if I were out there, and if I felt like everybody should have a mask on, and if I see people out there not wearing masks, I wouldn't get mad at them. I wouldn't report them to the store unless the store had a policy that you had to wear masks. I've asked several times when I go into Walmart, because that's where I do most of my shopping, because that's our big store around here. I'll stop at, sometimes I have a clerk, a lady at the door, you know, a greeter, and I'll stop and ask them, is a mask required? And they say no. It's recommended, but it's not required. And if you see somebody who doesn't have a mask on, and don't get all upset about them, just stay away from them. Just stay away from them. That's the best thing that you can do. Now there's the big thing about vaccines. Everybody's Bill Gates vaccines, everybody thinks it got tracing in there and tracking, and I don't know. I would think he would have to come clean if they have a tracking device in their vaccine. I would think that you would have to report that to the FDA. And everybody should have an opportunity to refuse it. Everybody would have to have an opportunity to, if they start putting these tracking devices in your vaccine, you know, you shouldn't have to consent to that if you don't want a tracing device. I wouldn't mind a vaccine, but I don't want a tracking device. I think those are going down the wrong path. If your state has a big flare-up, just stay home for a couple weeks until it's all over with. All right. Mary's off on her spiels again this morning. I was going to stay away from that talk. I didn't do it. I failed again. Mary failed again. She's up on her soapbox. It's an important issue of our day. How can you not discuss it? How can you not discuss something that's a big important issue in our country? Yeah, I kind of ruining this pen. I don't think I want to use that anymore. I'm just kind of outlining these birds so that you see their bodies once I get them. I'm really happy with these postcards now. They're turning out nice. I've got 4 out of 11 done. I'm just going to keep working on them. That's what we're going to do for the rest of the morning. Let's see what you guys are saying out there. Let's talk. I know, Arlene, that mask is to protect everyone. I don't know why that's hard. Azure, it's because not everybody wants to wear a mask. Masks are going to be a part of this life until there's a vaccine or a cure or whatever. I do agree that masks will be out there until we get a handle on this virus and either get a cure for it or a vaccine or something. But I do not like to be forced to wear a mask. I think that's almost a violation of your personal liberty. I would rather use my common sense to know if a mask is required. Forcing people to wear a mask is not the way to go. And if you're around somebody who is not wearing a mask, and if you're uncomfortable, don't force them to wear a mask. Just don't be around them. You might say to them, I can't be around you because you don't have a mask on. You might say that, and if they say, oh, well, let me put it on, well, then you've solved the issue. But to say, you have to put on a mask because I'm here, that just, personally, I think that's a personal liberty thing. And truthfully, I don't like to see people in masks. I like to see people's faces. I think this covering up your face thing is a shame, and I just don't think masks are that, unless somebody, if I know I don't have the virus, I'm off on this soapbox thing, I know I am, but I feel very strongly about it, and it's my channel. If I know I don't have it, and now they're coming out with things as saying, they're even saying, oh, this asymptomatic thing. Prove to me that asymptomatic, no, don't prove to me. I hear reports, I've listened to this stuff, and there are reports out there that they can't even prove that there are a lot of asymptomatic people causing other people to get sick. There's a lot of crap going around out there. And I will say that most of the people in our county do not wear masks. I must be down here for a reason. There are people that wear them here, but if I'm uncomfortable with somebody being around somebody, whether they have a mask or not, maybe I just don't like how they're acting, I move. Don't force them to do something. Obviously, you're not going to change those people. You're not going to change my opinion. But sitting here and saying, I don't see why people can't understand this, is not the approach to it. Just don't be around them if you can't stand it. Just move away. And that's not even a mask issue. Say they have a foul mouth and they're just letting out expletives all over the place. I mean, say that every other word is a dirty word or a cuss word. There are channels like that. I won't even watch those channels, because I can't stand to be around it. And if you're around somebody who's not wearing a mask, move. Just move yourself. And just say, okay, I want to go shopping at the store. Well, go to another part of the store, or go to another store and come back later. There's things that you can do without forcing other people to do what you want them to do. And that applies to not just the mask issue, everything else in life. Because somebody is not doing what I think is right, does not mean that they have to change their ways. That's what, because really in a way, when you think that way, you're violating another person's personal liberty by insisting that they not violate your personal liberty. We got to get along with each other. Now if it's, like I said, if it's required that if I go shopping in a store and the store manager comes up to me and says, I'd like you to put on a mask. Well, if I want to shop at that store, which I obviously do because I'm there, I'll put on a mask. I'm not going to fight it, but if I have a choice, I'll social distance. I'll just stay away from people. Um, and if somebody, like I was at a store one day when I was at Walmart, and it was not required to wear a mask, and this lady was way over in the other aisle, and she said, she's not wearing a mask. And I looked at her and I said, it's going to be quite okay. That's all I said. I said, it's quite okay. And I went on about my business. I wasn't even around her. I wasn't even around her. But some people just insist that they have to have their way on other people's liberty. And that's what sticks at my craw. That sticks in my craw so bad, I just have to speak out about it. Especially in these rural areas where we're not around a lot of people. We have the choice to stay away from people just because it's not a highly populated area. But if I lived in Madison, I may not go out as much, you know. I skipped going to I was going to go to that flea market, that citywide garage sale. I skipped it just because it's just not fun. It's not fun anymore to go out because you're dealing with all the crap attitudes out there. And that's what gets me. That's what gets me. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. But as long as it's not a law, don't insist that other people are stupid or hard-headed or something's wrong with them if they don't want to wear a mask, because it's a personal liberty thing. And if you don't like what I'm saying, I'm sorry. That's how I feel about it, and it's my channel, and I still have the liberty to say what I feel about it. I feel strong about it, as you guys can tell. I don't know. And there's some debate out there of whether wearing a mask can actually make you sicker. If you're sick, if you're wearing a mask because you're afraid that you aren't protecting yourself by wearing a mask. You're protecting people from you. And if you're that sick, you shouldn't be out in the first place. If you're that sick that you're afraid that you're going to get somebody else sick, you shouldn't be out shopping. You should be at home taking care of yourself and self-isolating. If you have to go out, if you need something, call for help. Get somebody, if you're out of groceries, call a friend or call somebody and have them come help you. If you're so sick that you're afraid you're going to get somebody else sick by not wearing a mask. If you're that sick, you shouldn't even be out running around. Use your common sense. Now, if I lived in New York City, I might wear a mask more often. There's more people around. I don't live in New York City, and I don't think it should be a federal law to wear a mask. I'm not going to wear a mask to go get my mail. Stupid. You know, and in a way, what I'm saying applies not only to wearing masks, it's anything. If somebody is doing something, it could be anything. Maybe they're not using the brand of paint you like. Maybe they're using a brand of paint that you consider poisonous to the environment. Just don't go around them. Don't go around them if you feel that strong about it. Social distance yourself from them. And here again, I'll repeat it one more time in case you didn't hear it. I don't know how you could avoid hearing it. If I was going to be spending some time with one of you in person, and if you were really uncomfortable with me not wearing a mask, I would put a mask on. You know, you got to use your common sense with this stuff. Use your common sense. And truthfully, if I felt like I was so sick that I had to wear a mask, I probably wouldn't go out shopping. I don't go out shopping that much anyway. I just don't think our society needs to be running around wearing masks. God didn't make us that way. God didn't make us that way. I think some people want to remake God. He might have the final word. That's the way I feel about it. I'm sorry if you don't agree. We're just going to have to agree not to agree on this one because that's how I feel, and I haven't been able to change my opinion on it. And I don't expect everybody to agree with me. I don't expect you to agree with me. That's why we're online. Hi, Lynn. Well, if your common sense tells you, Azure, that you can get it from people with no symptoms, wear a freaking mask. So, but don't force somebody else to wear a mask. Just stay away from them if you feel like that. If you feel like there are people around you not wearing a mask that don't appear to be sick, don't go around them. But don't violate their personal liberty by insisting that they wear a mask, especially when it's not the law. That just sticks in my craw. I'm sorry, it sticks in my craw. Because that's insisting, that's just insisting, that's really kind of a violation of your personal liberty. If you feel that way, just, if that's your common sense, just don't go around them. You might be saving yourself, but, you know, I just don't agree with you. I think people that don't have symptoms, not everybody that doesn't have symptoms is sick. If you don't have a symptom, you don't have the symptom. That doesn't mean that you're asymptomatic. That if you sneeze, that does not mean that you have the coronavirus. You know, something tickled your nose, that does not mean that you're sick. And if you think that it does, then just don't go around there. I'm just too upset to continue this. I'm going to sign off. This has just got me worked up. Have a great day. Enjoy your life. Bye.